On today's Apple Daily, Apple Card to expand internationally, iPhone 12 Pro chassis leaked, and Apple Watch Pro.
This is the Apple Daily.
I'm David for Living on iPad, and I simplify Apple so that everything just works for you. If you want the latest Apple news, leaks and rumours every weekday at 12 UTC, like this video, hit subscribe and ring my notification bell so that you can join my notification squad. Shout outs at the end of the video, but we have a problem and I will address it at the end of this video. Stay tuned. Apple Card to expand internationally. When Apple launched Apple Card in August of last year, it only launched in the US. It's backed by Goldman Sachs, they're the card issuer, and Apple is kind of the brand that it works with. However, they offer a lot of benefits for Apple users and a super easy interface to be able to manage your money from your iPhone. Since then, there has been a lot of interest in Apple Card coming to the UK and other countries, such as Australia and Europe, partially because the card looks so damn cool, and partially because Apple is now starting to offer finance on a lot of its products and being able to spread the payments using Apple Card. In the latest iOS 14 Beta 8, there have been references found to GDPR, which is the General Data Protection Regulations here in Europe. So that suggests that Apple may well be expanding its Apple Card out to other locations. As well as that, there have also been jobs posted for an Apple Card product manager, working with external partners such as payment networks, bank issuers and other players. Now that suggests, because at the moment the only bank issuer that is involved in Apple Card would be Goldman Sachs, because they are the bank that backs it in the US. If they are looking to expand to other countries, however, they will need people to work with those banks that are issuing the cards on their behalf. While some sites have noted that they expect it to launch with the new iPhones at the rumoured October event, I still believe that the iPhones will be arriving at this September event on Tuesday, especially since if they were launching at an October event, this would probably be added for iOS 14.1 and not for the iOS 14 beta. I think this is even more evidence that we will be seeing iPhones this week. iPhone 12 Pro chassis leaked. Everything Apple Pro seems to have got his hands on a genuine frame, a genuine casing for the iPhone 12 Pro. It does look as expected. It has the slab sides that we're all very excited about. It's got the glass back. It has the cutout for the LiDAR sensor, along with the other three camera modules in that square sensor block, and also features a hole for Qi charging wirelessly through the frame, because you can't wirelessly charge through metal, so there has to be a cutout through the metal frame, which is where it's just covered by the glass. There's also a notch cutout underneath the circle, which lines up very closely with the rumoured magnet ring that we saw in another leak from Everything Apple Pro. Now, I've speculated that this might be for a CarPlay dock to enable wireless CarPlay to work with a future portless phone, but it could just be for the AirPower replacement that is also rumoured to be coming from Apple this year. The iPhone 12 Pros are expected to launch later this year. However, we still expect the announcement to come on Tuesday at the September 15th event, and it looks like Apple will be moving from its current lineup of colours to replace midnight green with a blue colour. Apple Watch Pro rumours. According to John Prosser a few days ago, internal documents at Apple note Apple Watch and Apple Watch Pro, designating the lower priced and the flagship lines. This would make a lot of sense because it is in line with the rest of Apple's product strategy and the way that things are going at the moment, where the iPhone has an iPhone and an iPhone Pro, the MacBook will have a MacBook and a MacBook Pro. I really hope that that Air thing goes away. I don't think there's any need for that name anymore. And I also think the same with iPads, although I don't think that's going to happen just yet. It would make a lot of sense for Apple to do away with multiple naming schemes across its lines and simplify everything to a standard model and a Pro model for as many lines as it makes sense for. The lower priced Apple Watch again is also now being rumoured to take on a 40 and 44mm sizing, so that would be in line with the Series 4, Series 5 and Series 6 expected chassis, which also would probably mean the larger OLED screen, which goes more edge to edge with those rounded corners, which is a great upgrade. If they are able to keep the pricing where it was for the Apple Watch Series 3, which will be outgoing this year, that will be a great pricing point, starting at $199 and $249 for the 44mm option. This year's Apple Watches are expected to add a pulse oximeter feature, which can measure the amount of oxygen in your blood and is a good indicator for COVID-19, as well as being able to be used to detect things like panic attacks. It is noted, though, that the lower end Apple Watch is likely to drop the ECG function and probably only be available in aluminium. We are expecting the announcement of the new Apple Watches on September 15th. And now it's time for Notification Squad, and we do, as I said, have a problem today. In the past, we've had one or maybe two new members of the Notification Squad, so it's been super easy to pop the names up here. Unfortunately, now we have got far more new names, so we're going to have to get rid of all of this, and we're going to have to put the names right up here, along with the new Notification Squad logo. So thank you very much to Dansei. That happens to be my wife. She's only just subscribed to the channel. Mayank Power, Mindtech, whose name is actually Cameron, Stephen Liggett, Sam Liu, Clay P, and Sal. Thank you all for joining my Notification Squad. If you want a shout out in the next video, ring the bell and subscribe to the videos, and do let me know in the comments that you've done so that I know who to give a shout out to. Thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow's show is going to be a little bit different. Assuming there's not a great deal of brand new news, I will be running through exactly what we're expecting to see from my point of view at tomorrow's Apple event, and then on Wednesday we'll tick off and see how right I was and how wrong I was, and if I was terrible, then I was terrible. If I was right, we will celebrate. See you tomorrow.